I can't agree with UEFA President Alex Ferrin when he said that Saudi Pro League might be making a similar mistake to the Chinese Super League of the yesteryear. In this video, we'll be exploring one key mistake that the Saudi Pro League must not make, and if they do want their league to be a success, they must evade this mistake. My name is Ayomide SotuboI, and this is the Nutmeg on Guardian TV. Don't get it twisted. What is happening in the Saudi Pro League is a massive football revolution. And it looks pretty much unassailable on paper when you consider the wild, unthinkable amount of money that the Saudis have got in their reserves to invest in that league. And already they've captured the likes of Ballon d'Or holder Karim Benzema. Cristiano Ronaldo, some people's GOAT, has been captured as well. Even N'Golo Kante and even Kalidou Koulibaly and, of course, Hakim Ziyech as well. And many others are expected to follow these big names into Saudi Arabia because there are concrete leagues that have been established with these players day in, day out. And it's all similar to what happened in China when the Chinese established the famed and now become a fast Super League in China. And of course, it's not just a fast, if you ask me, it's a spectacular failure. Now we get every country wants to build their national team, and every football league in the world set rules to make this work within their league, but you simply cannot afford to make things too stringent. Now I'll be quoting Joe Krishnan in the Express.co.uk. Big ups to him. He wrote this in February, and he said that the Chinese Football Association failed. It began to fall apart when they made strict rules that forced clubs to reduce the number of foreign players on the pitch, with only 3 foreign players allowed to feature in one game, while in each 18-man squad list, it's expected that they would have at least 2 Chinese players under the age of 23, which, of course, that was the sign that the cracks began to paper at that point. And more changes were made following that season to reduce the number of foreign players allowed in each squad. Now, that's from 5 players to 4 players. And on top of this, the total number of foreign players appearing in a game could now not be more than the number of under 23 domestic players in each game. And that is pretty much difficult when you consider the influx of foreign players going into that league. Also, a new tax was then introduced in 2018 to stop clubs from spending large on foreign players, and it was stated that any club that spent more than £5 million on an overseas player will be forced to make the same payments to the Chinese Football Association, and this ultimately led to the death of that project down below 6 feet tall. This is where the Saudis must be careful. Baby steps is the way to go if they want to get to the top. And if you want to be the most watched league, like the Premier League, like the Champions League, and every other top 5 leagues that we have in Europe. And these leagues were not built in one day, mind you. It was built gradually with the right structure and the right people doing the right things. And you cannot afford to just give players holidays, because Carlos Tevez did say that he felt like he was on holiday. And even former Chelsea midfielder Oscar, who moved to Shanghai SIPG, did say that he would love a return to Europe, and he doesn't like the fact that he had to be in Beijing at the time. And of course, it's all interesting when you consider that players are now being enticed with a big payday, and of course, it's also helping clubs to ship off, some deadwood, some players they're not interested in. But then it could get also if the Saudis make this same mistake. But then, thank you for watching this video, and of course we have more exclusive content on the Saudi Pro League coming your way. But don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to get them, and you can also tap the notification bells to get our latest videos on each of these kind of content. But as far as this episode is concerned, it is bye for now.